This is Brian Havoc again with GameDom.eu, and I am weak. I gave in to the power of the internet, and despite trying my very best to avoid it, I had no choice but to make space on my computer for Genshin Impact. Now, this video is only going to be a couple of minutes long because I want to just play through the first 30 minutes and just see what it's all about. I know I'm not going to get the full experience of the game in the first 30 minutes, but at least I can get a good first impression. First and foremost, Genshin Impact is a gacha game. And we all know how gacha games work. It's going to affect our wallets. Now, I'm assuming because of the quality of the game, and this is just an assumption because of the hype surrounding the game on the internet, but I'm assuming we're still going to be able to get whatever items or characters that we could just purchase by just playing the game. But let's be real here. We know how gacha games work. It's not a dig on gacha games at all, but I'm making the grandiose assumption here that the game is going to be full of cute enemy girls, and that translates into money, and that's just how it is. So I just wanted to get that out of the way first. I'm sure if I play the game a little bit more, I'll be proven wrong. But this game was absolutely free for me to download, so I'm just making the assumption here that there's going to be a catch down the line.
Which of the 7 are you looking for exactly?
So I'm sorry that I was actually talking over this really cute ripoff of Navi from the Ocarina of Time, but I just need to get that out of the way. Right now I've only run into 2 of the characters on Genshin Impact, and we all know how the anime community, they love to have their audio settings to have the authentic Japanese voices. And that's probably something I'm going to do in a couple of minutes, to be completely honest. It's nothing against this really cute sounding pixie thing, but it's just my preference. So I've gotten to this point so far. It took me a couple minutes to get here only because Paimon, she talks a lot, and I'm sure she's going to explain what I'm doing here. Not exactly sure what I'm doing here because this is obviously some kind of tutorial. But before this point, I was gathering. Oh, yep, there she is. So I was gathering, you know, a lot of stuff because I'm assuming there's some kind of crafting system in this game. And I'm not new to role-playing games. I mean, so far what I've seen is nothing completely groundbreaking. But I'm sure as I get into it that I'm gonna find something that I really like about this game. And I'm still getting a hold of the, or at least I'm getting a grasp of how things work as far as controls. I mean, I just ran around this rock completely forgetting about the fact that you can, yeah, I didn't even know when I was clicking there.
Seen a stone like this before, so Paimon
But
can't tell what
yeah,
it is.
I completely
All
forgot
Paimon knows is
that I
it's
could
dangerous.
climb up
Best we
things.
put it away for now.
So I was running around that rock
Okay,
for a
we've
couple of
got it.
minutes,
Now let's get out of here.
and I think at this point I was like, you know what, Paimon, you sound really cute and everything, but we're gonna have to look for audio settings because it's just my preference. And like I said, it's nothing against the voice actors, the English voice actors. I'm sure they're doing a really good job, but just preference wise, I would prefer to have the original Japanese voices. And I completely switched it to Japanese text. Let's go ahead and change that back here. There we go, voiceover language.
私はセピロス騎士団の偵察騎士アンバーよ。あんたモンドの人じゃないよね。身分の証明はできる？落ち着いて、怪しいものじゃないんだ。怪しい人はみんなそう言うわ。ここら辺の地域じゃ珍しい名前ね。それからそのマスコットは何なの？全然違う。マスコット以下じゃないか。とにかく旅人よね。近頃モンド城の周辺で大きな竜が出没しているの。だから早く城に入った方がいいわ。そうだ、ここからモンドまでそう遠くもないし、ここは騎士の務めとして城まで送ってあげる。え、任務があって城を出たんじゃないのか？もちろん任務もあるわ。でも安心して、 任務を行いながらでもあんたそれに怪しいものを放っておくわけにもいかないからね。ごめん、優秀な騎士にあるまじき言動だったね。謝るよ。見知らぬ尊敬できる旅人さん。ぎこちない。騎士団ガイドで決められた言葉に不満でもあるの？任せて。
So I'm not exactly sure how I feel about the Japanese voice acting so far. I mean, that was just one cutscene. I do like this new girl Amber right here, and I mean Paimon somehow sounded a lot worse in my opinion. I kind of like the English voice acting for Paimon, because somehow she sounded a lot cuter and not like, you know, normal, you know, Japanese chibi. But so far this this loot system sounds pretty interesting. I don't know what any of these ores are. I mean, if you've ever started a role-playing game and you know when you're gathering a bunch of stuff, I'm sorry Paimon, I'm interrupting you, but if you've ever played a role-playing game and you know you go through the settings like I'm doing and looking at all this stuff, I have no idea what any of this is. This wasn't anything that was brought up in the tutorial, and I'm sure I'm going to figure it out down the line. And I'm sure right now it's not super important. Oh, you can actually go through their voice acting. Okay, yeah, I'm probably going to be here for a minute. So I got through the Japanese voice acting. It was really cute. Just wanted to click through all of them just to see what it was like, and I'm sure that's one of the big draws. Like, I'm sure that's one of the big draws for getting, you know, purchasing these characters through a gacha game, because I'm sure with this game there's going to be a lot of characters that you can purchase, and I'm sure that's why it's called a gacha game. But I'm still not sure how this battle system actually works. I'm not sure if I should just be doing what I'm doing with Amber right now and just kind of running around and avoiding these. I'm sorry to any, you know, veteran Genshin Impact players. This probably looks very painful to you, but I'm sure what I should be doing is playing my main character right now for the melee, and then switching to, oh my gosh, what is that? Oh, it's like a mini version of Amber. It's so dope. Oh, it's like you know, oh, she explodes. She explodes. Okay, so I like what I was saying. What I assume I should have done was actually switch to the main girl and then switch out to Amber when I you know, was facing that ranged opponent there.
戦ってどう思った？なんでこんなところにヒルチャールが現れるんだ？こういう奴らは普通都市から離れたところに巣を作るよな。そうね、本来だったら荒野にいるはずね。でも最近風魔
I
竜が
still
頻
have
繁
no
に
idea
出
what's
現する
going
よ
on
う
in
に
the
なって
story. I'm
キャラ
just
バンのルートに
really
影響
enjoying
があ
the
ったの。
adorableness of everything.
暴風が発生するたびに怪我人も多数出るし、騎士団はその被害から守らなくちゃいけなくてね。だからこいつらの活動範囲もだんだん城の方に。そう。でも今日また一つ巣を片付けられたから進展はあったわ。さあ、私についてきて。マジ。
So at this point, I skipped a lot because Amber was just bringing me and Paimon over to this first city, which I'm assuming is just like a tutorial city. It doesn't look like it's going to be a hub, and I'm sure this is a multiplayer game too, because I've seen people talking about playing Genshin Impact together. So I wonder if this is actually an MMO. I actually have not looked into it. I saw a couple people talking about it. And I haven't really asked if it was an MMO or not. I don't know if it is, because again, I haven't really done any research. I just kind of went to the website, hit download, and downloaded it for free. But it looks rather intuitive so far. I mean, there's this nice little quest line similar to like one of the spells that you would see in Skyrim. I forgot what the spell was called. But I think Okay, I think this is actually really cool that you can climb up things, so I don't need to worry about running around and finding stairs to places, because that would actually take me a while. That would actually take me a while to figure out, and I get lost pretty easily, and this city does look like it's going to be pretty big. So all this elemental stuff, I'm still not paying attention to, you know, any of this stuff. But who really does pay attention to this tutorial stuff? Let's be real, guys. We'll figure that out down the line. But like I said, I think it's pretty cool that we can just climb up stuff, which I'm gonna end up doing throughout this entire city. You know, yeah, completely ignore the girl that's not taking the stairway. So apparently the whole point of climbing all the way to the top of this city was to learn how to glide back down, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little salty about. They could have just said, hey, you have wings, you can glide back down now. But you know, I can see how this can come in handy in certain situations. I don't know if you can actually use it in battle, but it is kind of cute. Alright, so apparently I'm being tasked to fight a dragon, even though, at least that's what I'm assuming after the cutscene's over, which, you know, I see a health bar, so yeah, I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. I still don't know this battle system, but I'm not exactly sure I'm going to do this. Okay, apparently this is Genshin Impact is also Ace Combat Anime Girl. This looks really fun. I mean, so far, Genshin Impact, it's a really cute game. I'm only getting through the first 30 minutes of it, but I mean, it's definitely something that I'm probably going to play a little more of, just to see if, you know, just to see what the multiplayer aspect of the game is. And I'm sure anybody watching this who's already gotten through this part is like, why can you not aim at a giant dragon in the sky with your anime girl? But the story so far, in my honest opinion, even though I still have no idea what's going on, you know, fantasy, dragons, anime girls, magic, I mean, it seems pretty generic, at least so far, but I'm sure the more I play, the more I'm going to be proven wrong. I had a lot of fun. I know this was just the first 30 minutes, and I still have so much to see, but that's something I'm going to do offline. And maybe I'll come back with a halfway through the game impression. But so far, my first impression is this is worth trying out. So for now, this is Brian Havoc from GameDom.eu signing off, and I will see you in the next video.